Good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday. How are we looking? Upgrade available. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning. TikTok successfully connected. All right. What's the word? What's everybody working on this weekend? Anything exciting? Anything worth sharing? With the R10. I'll do an R10 video. Question: I'm a beginner photographer, but I want to get that 28 to 7. Which 28 to 70? Antonio, good morning, buddy. How are you, man? What you working on this weekend? Halo, sir. The F2. The F2 is pretty nice, man. It's a pretty big commitment. It's an expensive lens. It's great though. If you can afford it, there's no better lens. What is the best memory between Sony TUF and Lexar? I don't really think that there is like a better memory. It's just what read and write speed you want, really. I use all Lexar stuff though. I'm good working on music. Nice, bro. People saying don't get it if you're not a professional. They're probably just saying that because it's expensive, dude. But if you can afford it, get it. Yeah, I own that lens. It's pretty great. Is the 7200 M2 worth the extra 1K over the M1? I'd have to check the what are the differences between it. Usually what they do is like they improve the communications between the camera and the lens, and they also improve the autofocus, and they lower the weight. They decrease the weight, so just for fun video hobby. What's up, buddy? YouTube's here this morning. Good morning, YouTube. Are you a fan of B4 mount lens cameras? I don't even know what that is. Way lighter, better OSS. So, Dom, do you think that those two, the stabilization and the fact that it's lighter, is that worth it to you? Is that worth $1,000 to you? I can answer that for myself, right? But what do you think? Do you think that that's worth an extra $1,000? Something happened to this angle up here. Is that good? No, I should probably. I did say I was going to try that one new filter. Chester, what's up, Chester? Are you a fan of the 1D10T mount? I don't know what those things are, man. No, I don't work in broadcast. I don't work in broadcast. All my cameras are like prosumer cameras, handheld cinema cameras, not broadcast grade cameras. So the only thing that I'd be interested in broadcast is that one like lens so that you can do those crash zooms. Those are pretty cool, but they're pretty expensive. Okay, I'm pairing it with my Canon R50V. I'm renting. I would rent it first, Trav. It's a pretty monster lens. Yeah, Dom. So you just answered your own question, bud. Like only you can answer your own question. Curious, Vic, do you use music license? And if so, I use Artlist Chester captures. I have a subscription to Artlist. I've had it for years. The camera came today. Nice, Arlie. Arlie, remind the chat what you got, buddy. Obsessed with your Canon videos. I love Japanese camera. Nice work. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, just for fun video. I've never used broadcast cameras or like those box lenses or anything like that. That's out of my familiarity. I know that Fuji makes the crazy ones though. You don't know what 1D, 10D? No, I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. I'm also not going to pretend that I know something when I don't. No, it doesn't sound like a real thing either. Truthfully, 10T. I mean, that could be referred to anything really. What do you think about the Canon 850D? I don't really use the Canon D series at all. Got the Black Magic, nice, dude. Is the FX30 good for beginners? Yeah, 100%. All these cameras are pretty easy to use. Getting a Nikon Z6 II, nice. Nikon Z6 III soon and hoping to do product and marketing stuff. Video photography. Nice. What's up, Chino? How are you, bud? Got an RF 24 to 105 f4. Nice, bro. That's a nice lens, man. That's on my list as well, but it's pretty low on my list. What subscription tier did I go with? I don't know. I just have the creator one. I think it's like $1,000 a year. I forget exactly which one I got. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's just the creator one. I don't know exactly which one. I'm looking right now. I am on the pro plan. Max Pro is what it's called, I think. Yeah, Max Pro. Very low stock in whole Hungary and RF lenses, sadly. Yeah. Hey, newbie photographer here. I'm about to shoot a 3-day event later this month. Got any tips? Plenty of batteries, plenty of water. Make sure you exercise. Make sure you stay hydrated. Plenty of batteries, really. 2 camera bodies. Don't bring all your gear. 2 camera bodies, 3 lenses max. You seen the Suray anamorphic? No, I didn't. I didn't. I've been pretty excited about the Canon rumors and the Sony Alpha rumors that are coming out. May 13th. So May 13th, there's like 2 announcements. One from Sony and then one from Canon. What's up, Osiris? How are you? I got a 17 to 70 EF lens and an 18 to 55, but that's for a Nikon body. Okay, cool. I got the Lumix S5 today. Sick, Riley. Where are you guys? It's 9 in the morning where I am. 3 batteries on the Canon. Yeah, just make sure. I would carry something that is like that has. I have one of these things, and it's a battery charger. This one is for Sony specifically, but this has a battery in it. So not only do you put your batteries in here and then hook it up to the wall to stay charged, but this in itself is also a charger that has a battery in here. So when you take out, say you have 3 batteries, you're using one inside of your camera. That one gets used up. You take it out and you put it in here and swap it out. That dead one is going to be charged. So in reality, you get like 4 or 5 charges out of it. So I would get something like this. This is from Milano brand. The thing is, just make sure to get one that has an internal battery. And there you extended your what is it? Your 3 batteries to like 5 batteries, you know? 122 at damn. Yeah, it's late over there. The R50V. I love the R50V. What camera do you use? Right now, this is a Canon R8 that I'm using on TikTok. On TikTok, I'm using a Canon R8, and on YouTube, I'm using a R50. Any tips on breaking free from hobbyists to freelance? Start charging. Yeah, start charging. Father Kofo, I have one for my Nikons for weddings. Yeah, they're pretty good. I only have one of those for my Sony because I only have one Sony camera. Thoughts on the Canon R50? I already answered that. The R50V is sick, dude. Thank you. It looks great. Thanks, man. Steven, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, for my Canon cameras, I have so many Canon camera batteries and of both of them, the small one and the big one, that I didn't really need to buy one of those chargers for it. I still might, but the power charger or the little charging case is like really big. Pusha, what's up, Pusha? How are you, bro? Good morning. May 13, Canon EOS Rebel T7. Chill, how pretty good, bro. Pretty good. Just having my morning coffee, chatting with y'all. I got a question for you. Let's hear it, bro. I don't think it happens very often, but Sony and Canon are both going to have major announcements on May 13th, 2026. Mark your calendars, boys. Each company has a major camera launch and will be likely be considered major lens announcements. You see that? May 13th. Mike Rivas, should I get the Sigma 24 to 70 and a 70 to 200 brand new for 27, or both Sony used for 46? Amazon. If you can afford the Sony stuff, get the Sony stuff. So I got to take plant pictures by the end of this month, right? I had never did a prom picture. Okay. 35 millimeter Sigma, nice. What up, Danny? How are you? I got the Canon M50 Mark II with the 30. Yeah, the 35 Sigma is pretty good, dude. You're gonna be, is it like gonna be group photos? If you're gonna be doing group photos, you're gonna need a wider lens. You're gonna need to check out the 16 millimeter Sigma. That way you can, if there's group photos, because on the 33, you're punched in. You're gonna have to be like across the driveway to get anybody in focus, or not in focus, but get everybody in the frame. No, I don't think so. Yeah, the 35 millimeter Sigma. Is it a 35? Are you sure it's not a 30? Which Sigma 35 is it? Is the R7 really better than the... Yeah, for sure. 35. Which 35 do you have? I don't know of a 35 millimeter Sigma for the Canon M series. Is it an EF lens? Yeah, I don't know of a Sigma 35 for the EFM mount. I'm 1 month away from purchasing a... Nice. Yeah, I think the Sigma for the EFM was a 30 or a 32, if I'm not mistaken, and it was an f1.4. That was for the EFM. I think Sigma makes a 35, but it might be for the EF, not the EFM. All right, so we were looking at this thing. Let's see. 35 millimeter f1.4 DG. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the lens, it's more about the what's it called? The focal length. It's a pretty decent portrait lens. If you're just going to be doing portraits, you're going to be fine, dude. As you know, Canon is going to be announcing the EOS R6V and a new lens. We don't have expected cost less than the R6 Mark III. The lens, we have no idea. Sony is going to be hopefully announcing the A7 R6. Holy shit. The A7 R6 is going to come in at 5,100 euros. What's 5,100 euros, guys? 5,100 euros to USD. $6,000. Holy fuck, boys. Do you know where I can get the 24 to 70 Sigma? No, I don't. Not for the not for the EFM mount, unless you're using an adapter. You can buy it from the store, man. And there's a new a 100 to 400 f4.5 for 5 grand. Yeah, that makes sense. Just rent it, man. I would say if you're in the United States, you can just rent it. I haven't heard anything further about the EOS R6V that I can trust to publish, but I think at this point, we all know what to expect. Yeah, sounds pretty legit. So, yeah, two announcements. Two very different cameras from two very different brands. So, it will not have active cooling. I doubt it. I am at New Jersey. Yeah, I would just see if you can rent the lens if you're just doing a prom, you know? Yeah, I probably wouldn't use the 55 to 250. Yeah, I wouldn't use the 55 to 250. I would stick to the 35 and then I would get something wider. Something like a 16 millimeter for group photos. Best overall budget camera body? What's your budget, Sway? What does budget mean? Maybe like 650 to 750 for just the body. What do you want to do with it? Yeah, I'd be looking at something wide, bro. Something wider. That's about all I got for you, man. The Canon EOS R6V is coming May 13th, and it looks like the full specifications are trickling out, but we don't have the entire spec sheet yet. Oh, it will have active cooling. That's what they're saying here. I'm looking to do cine style short form vlogs. The R50V is what I would get. If that's your budget, I would get the R50V. I recommend that lens to everybody. Or that camera, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would probably start focusing on saving up for a new camera body though, really. I probably wouldn't spend any more money on lenses. Unless they're EF lenses. Big change in specs is it will have active cooling. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I still don't believe it though. I still don't believe it. We reported that it had vents but didn't hear anything about a fan. That's a big step up for this camera and separate nicely. Yeah, it does for sure. Why do you recommend the Canon R? Because it's great, dude, and it's $600 right now. It's on sale. I made a YouTube video about this the other day. It's literally under $600, dude. It's 21% off right now. I have two of these cameras. And I recommend it to you because you said you had a budget of $600. Canon will also launch a new BR E2 remote, but we don't know. Improved on the remote. Okay. 7K 60. That's crazy. Blackmagic Pocket 6 or the FX3? I'd probably use the FX3, but I would probably wait on the FX3 until Sony comes out with a new one. Oh man, Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Got you. And does the Sony lens fit on a... No, it doesn't. It does not. Looking for a camera to grow into, what would you recommend? It depends on your budget. What's your budget? Yesterday imagery. Is the FX3 Mark II? There's no guarantees in life, bro. A manual 4/3 not no, bro. No idea. Hello, any tips on how to use older Canon DSLRs? They're worth nothing but mean the world to me. On how to use them? Just use them. What kind of tips are you looking for? Ooh, it'll have weather sealing. Well, kind of. It'll have weather sealing, right? My allergies are killing me right now, guys. Uh, Under 3,500, around there. Probably the R6 Mark III. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm dying over here, guys. I'm dying. Oh, Jesus. My allergies are flaring up. I'll be all right. The R7 is also on sale. This is kind of why I think that the R7 is gonna come out, dude. Yeah, the R7. I still believe that the R7 will still come out. What does Canon USA say? Yeah, it's on sale as well. Yep, 14 MSRP. 1400. I did Chester, I got booked for a I might have mentioned it yesterday or a couple days ago. I got booked for a what is it called? A karate school. So I should look at some karate accounts on Instagram because I've never done that kind of photography. So it should be kind of cool. Yeah, yeah. The guy, he has his own karate school, and he's doing some. He's doing an event. He's the guy that I'm hoping hires me full time for some other work, or I want to get a contract with him. I took some Benadryl, by the way. The Benadryl is gonna knock me on my ass, but that's all right. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to order. Let me order some allergy medicine. What's your go-to for everyday shooting? My everyday camera, believe it or not, is the R50V. I have two of those cameras, but for my paid work, I use a C50. I use a C50 and an R5 Mark II for my paid work. Hey, bro, how much should I charge for my soccer photos? I have good editing and what are they willing to pay? For a soccer shoot, like for an entire game coverage, I'd be at least $250 for the entire game, minimum. Let me order some allergy medicine. Okay, thanks. You got it, man. Genexa. Let's see. Claritin. $44. Holy fuck, man. That shit's expensive. I need the non-drowsy. Add to cart. I should get some drops too. Or do I like Xyzal? I forget if I like Xyzal. Okay, thanks. Do you like Canon over other brands? My buddy has a Z8, looks amazing. Z8's great, dude. But I'm a Canon shooter. I do have a Sony and a Fuji. But Canon is the brand that I prefer. Canon's number one, man. I'm sad that my cheap MFT lenses aren't cheap. 750 for a Leica is pretty cheap, man. Add to cart. All right, let's do this as well. Is there anything else that I want to buy? Anything else that I need from... Kitty, you're not helping my allergies, Kitty. I have a keyboard that I want to buy, but that costs $400. That'll have to wait. I have a $300 microphone that I want to buy. That's going to have to wait. No, nothing really. Some cables. I kind of want to buy another R50, dude. I kind of want to buy another R50. But I should wait on that too. I'll wait on that until I get that client signed, and then I'm buying every camera. No, there's nothing really else that I want to buy. Any filters? Nope, nope. Just allergy medicine, I guess it'll be. There's a lot of things that I want to buy. Holy shit, 4 terabytes of a solid state drive is $1,000, you guys. Anime, what's up? Anime no Kami-sama. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I'm ordering some allergy medicine. I'm dying over here, guys. I need to. Sorry about that. Just gotta proceed to checkout. Change payment method, yes. Continue. When is this coming? Today at 5 p.m. That's fine. It's early right now. Holy shit, it's 10 a.m. over here. Place order. All right, got some allergy medicine. That way I won't be feeling all crazy later. Oh man. Electronics used to get cheaper. Now prices are sky. Yeah, man, it's all because of AI, dude. AI's taking up all the resources and like I get into discussions. I have another channel, another TikTok and YouTube channel where I'm talking about gaming and stuff and like PC building. And over there I get into discussions with people about RAM prices and memory prices and stuff. And I get into a discussion with them. I'm like, bro, these prices aren't going to go down. They're like, oh, it'll come down next year. It'll come down next year. Once the AI bubble pops, it'll be better. I'm like, dude, it's not going to get better, man. These are the new prices. Like, don't expect it in 2026 to go down. Don't expect it in 2027 to go down. And at that point, we're going to be all so used to the prices that it's just going to cost that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is eventually. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just what shit's gonna cost. All right, so what were we looking at? We were looking at karate pages, right? What should I type in? Karate? Let me see, actually. I don't want to get... Let me look up karate school. I need more SSD. Yo, I've been telling everybody, Chester, including you, man. Anybody that's willing to listen, like, you guys need to start working your way through to a NAS. King Solomon, what's up, King Solomon? Like, you guys really need to be working your way through a NAS. Not much, man. Just looking at some accounts here. Karate school. So what I'm doing here, you guys, is I'm kind of observing what focal lengths, if the person is using like a proper camera or not. And seeing what focal lengths they're using. And it looks like right here, they're using wide, so 15, 24. So my plans for this photo shoot that I'm going to be doing is just going in with my R5 Mark II, 28 to 70 for purely photos, and then taking my C50 with a 15 to 35 for videos. I'd imagine a bit more transfer time to NAS for video files. Well, see, Daniel, more that's the thing is, like, you're not working off of your NAS. You're just using your NAS as hot storage that you can pull from, because eventually, if you guys are all serious about like creating content and like, photo and videography, your files start to add up really, really quickly. And I'm not talking about like one summer to like the next summer. I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Like, this is a long-term play. Yeah, cataloging all of your assets, all of your music, all of archiving as well, all of that stuff. And then the beautiful part is, once you have a NAS and like you're really building out your whole ecosystem. For example, why I love my NAS is because I have 3 different computers, including 2 cell phones that are connected to the NAS, and I can just upload. And you know how your cell phone runs out of space? I have a folder named cell phone storage on my NAS that I can just upload my videos. Kitty. That I can just upload my videos and then offload my storage for my cell phones. And then it's on a network, so then everything, you guys know how a network works, right? So everything is connected. You should sell me your shiny 2 terabyte SSD. I'll give you 20 cash. I'm waiting for the A7S. I don't think you guys are gonna get an A7S4, unfortunately. I think you guys are definitely gonna get an FX30 Mark II though. Do you ever mix your photos AI generative videos? No, I don't really use AI videos. What software are you using to show us your screen? This is just OBS. Yeah, just OBS. All right, so we were in the middle of this. Um, so highlighting the metals, wide lens. It's a shame that this is horizontal. And that's the beautiful part of this this camera right here, is that it shoots open gate. So I'll be able to pull vertical and horizontal footage from it. It doesn't shoot open gate 60 FPS though, which is kind of a shame, but I think it'll get a firmware update eventually. How to choose camera bag, backpack, slingshot, first time buying gear. Something that's comfortable to wear, Zohan, is what I would focus on. My cat always wants to walk on my computer while I'm working. My cat knows more than I do. Yeah, for sure. I have to kick my cat out all the time. This event that I'm gonna be showcasing is a mommy and me. That's kind of fun. Like here at the top of his head. Thrust challenge. This guy did a terrible job here. This is probably a cell phone though. Seems like you prefer to stream from this camera angle the most. Is there a reason? So this is just on TikTok. From on YouTube, I stream from this camera angle up here. But no, not a. I just like the way that it looks. It gives a lot of depth in the room. That's about it. And what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just looking for pictures and some inspiration to, because I got booked for some coverage for a karate school. So I already know what cameras I'm going to be taking, so it shouldn't be. Jason, what's up, Jason? Josue, what's up, Josue? How are you? Cameras with rolling shutter. What about it? Yeah, man. Once you start getting booked, man. By the way, what is I was gonna make a video earlier, and I probably make it a little bit later. What's the most amount of money that you guys have charged on a project? For me, I'll go first. For me, I charged the client $8,000 one time, and they were happy to pay it. What cameras got rolling shutter that you know? Most of them, unless you have a stacked sensor or a global shutter, it's a mirrorless cameras have all rolling shutters. Mostly. Unless you have a stacked sensor. Yeah, a stacked sensor. Or a, what's it called? A global shutter. Where do you get most of your income? Video or photo? Both. Do you do restaurant video? No, I haven't really booked much restaurant work. Is there any alternative for the hot shoe adapter on Canons? Some Canon cameras just can work without the adapter, but the only other option is for you to buy the Canon flash. 4K, 4K solid, dude. Sorry, I meant global shutter. The global shutter, I think the R1 has a global shutter, the Canon R1, and I think the Sony A1 has a global shutter. Let's ask Google. What cameras? You guys know Google exists, right? I think the R1 and the A9 III. A9 III, that makes sense. V-Raptor, Cam Sapphire. While the Sony A9 III is currently the only full-frame mirrorless camera with this technology, manufacturers like Canon are developing similar sensors. Look at that. I thought for sure that global shutter camera list. Let's see. It might be the A9 III. Yeah, that's it. And then what about stacked sensor? The R1, the R3, the EOS R5 Mark II. That's what I'm thinking of. Stacked sensors is the R1 and the A1. The A1, the A9, Z9, Z8. Ooh, yeah. $4K? Yeah, 4K solid, dude. Hell yeah. What were the deliverables on that, bud? Yeah, for me it was 8,000, and that was a 3-day project. It was like I flew in on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then left on Monday morning. Best macro lens for the Canon R50. I mean, there's the 35, and then there's also the 85 millimeter, which is really nice. A lot. And 1K for that was part of a MacBook. You got a MacBook out of it? That's nice, dude. That's solid, dude. That's pretty solid. All right, so we're looking at photos, just inspo for this karate school. So looking at all these pictures, you guys, this is what the guy's looking for. This is what he's looking for. So I'm looking at these photos and I'm like, can I do this? Yes, I can absolutely do these photos. And I just charged them a day rate. So my day rate is $800. $800 for 4 hours. Yeah, I can get some more creative shots than this. Do you shoot Sony? I have one Sony camera, Sammy Edwards. Sammy, thank you for the follow, Sammy. It was a job that I should charge 10K for. Easy. That's included a week of hands-on work, fuck ton of editing, and making short docu that's ongoing now. That sounds about 10K, bro, for sure. But you know, we got to work towards it, you know. And plus the B-roll and all the footage that you're capturing right now, I can be very certain that you're not going to be charging 4K for the next similar project, right? Because, you know, it's very to me, Chester, how I kind of look at those kind of projects that you definitely undercharge for is like not I'm thankful. I would be thankful that I'm getting paid, yes, but I'd even be more thankful for the experience, uh the experience is going to go a long, long way, but also the portfolio pieces that you're going to get, man. What Sony camera? I have a Sony ZVE-10 II. A Sony ZVE-10 II. Are you doing any portfolio? Nope, nope, no portfolio ratings. Portfolio reviews are only for YouTube channel members, guys. It was work for my father's company as well, so there's that. Oh, got it. It's still, you know, I would treat it as an opportunity, man. I'm sure that you did. I'm sure that you did. So you see these photos right here? These photos, how they're all crooked as shit. Also, I don't like the perspective, so I'm gonna be look at this photo, dude. It's just nothing wrong with the photo itself, but it's crooked. It's not a very good vantage point, like a good angle. Because I'm kind of thinking like, who puts their kids into karate, right? Is it the kids that like pester the parents to like sign them up for karate, or is it the parents that want their kids to join a school or an academy? Like, who are these pictures going to be for, right? What's your opinion on using an A mount lens on an E mount camera? What's an A mount lens? What cameras took these R5 II? Reason you used OpenGate? I didn't take these photos. Maybe the building was crooked. Not likely. I didn't take these photos. Aren't mine. I would never take photos that look like this. Not saying these photos are bad, but like these these videos are cool. Should I take lights? I'll take a flash. I'll take a flash and I'll take one of my smaller lights. A mount is the mount for the A100, A99 Mark II Sony D. Got it. There's a translucent camera? So the A mount's pretty old then, huh? I don't really think much of it. Do you use DaVinci Resolve? No, I use Premiere Pro. All right, so that's enough of this school. Let's go to another school. I use on one RAW for photos. This is kind of a cool edit. That was a pretty cool edit. Not gonna lie. How did this do? Nice. I hear that Lightroom is good for mass photos, working on large amount of photos. I just use Lightroom because it's part of the Adobe suite, you know? So I use the Creative Cloud, so everything that's from Adobe, After Effects, Lightroom, and Premiere Pro. Adobe Illustrator is great, you know. So I just like to use the same. They all talk to each other really nicely, you know. So should I mic the instructor? I should mic the instructor, shouldn't I? Yeah. So okay. So karate shoot. I'll do the R5 and C50 mics. I'll do the Zhiyun lights times 2. I'll do the tiny one with the battery. Yeah, I want something small. I don't want something. What's up, Renee? How are you? Buenos dias. Does karate school and dance studios and things like that, are they flexible for nights and weekends types of work? I don't know. I'm not really sure what you're asking. Renee just made coffee. Hey, cheers. I'm just kind of workshopping. I got booked for a karate school to do some coverage. So I'm just kind of thinking out loud, and I'm kind of looking on Instagram for some inspiration. Just to see what they're doing, seeing the kind of photos that they're getting, you know. But yeah, I got booked for a karate school, so this looks like it's just cell phone footage. There's not a lot of good looking footage. Yeah, there's not a lot of like good looking footage. The event that I got for coverage that I'm going to be doing is like a mommy and me class. So it's just going to be like little kids and their moms and stuff rolling around. And I'm kind of thinking out loud, like, you know, who are the videos and photos for? Is it going to be for parents that are thinking about signing their kids up? Or is it for kids that want to sign up? I haven't seen the space myself. So actually, you know what? Let me what is the name of the school? I'll close that for privacy issues. West Philadelphia Taekwondo. That's what it's called. All right. Let's look that up. There it is. He doesn't have much. Monthly tuition. Free uniform first month of classes. Locked in 100 monthly tuition for the first year. Okay. The school looks pretty nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, the school looks pretty decent. I wish he had more photos of it, but it looks like he needs this is what he needs help for, you know? Yeah, his shop doesn't do anything. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything. Let's go to his Facebook. Check verification. Yes, it's me. Allow. What's up, Chris? Allow. Just trying to do some research on a karate, a taekwondo school. Uh, thank you for the heartbeat, Chris. Appreciate that. Trust this device. Trying to do some research on this place, and it doesn't look like there's much to work with. So. He just recently they just recently started this business, so it's a brand new school. Damn it, kitty. Yeah, it's a brand new school. Pretty inexpensive. And they need help for everything, dude. They need help with everything. It's a brand new school, you know? If you're interested in starting or completing your martial arts journey, everyone always say, I made it all the way to yellow belt. I wish I could have stuck with it. Ages 4 to 110 are welcome. That's a crazy age range. Unfortunately, our insurance doesn't allow us to accept a 111-year-old. Oh, that's real. That's crazy. That's pretty funny. Classes will open to friends and family on April 1st. Oh, so he just opened the school. Literally just opened the school. I needed to change that just chatting. All right. I think I got enough. I think anything that I produce for them that they're going to be pumped for. Because their website has nothing. Chester, thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out on, what is that, Twitch? Yeah, appreciate you hanging out on Twitch. Kick, all right, Kick. So anything that I produce for this is gonna be more than enough. So that should be good, dude. That should be good. I shouldn't think the space is small. Not gonna lie, the space is tiny. And the lighting isn't very good, so I'll definitely need to bring in my own lights. Just got my Canon R7. Sick! What lens did you get, dude? Congratulations. R7 is cool. Hey, how does it feel, man? What did you come from? I mean, what camera did you come from? What is, can you tell me about the difference that you felt, the initial impressions? Yeah, it looks like this is the space. It looks like it's tiny. Tiny, tiny. But that's okay. Yeah, I should be good with a 15 to 35 and a 24 to 70 and then call it a wrap. Let's see what other kind of footage. With autofocus is so much nicer, the better FPS, the 4K 60, the 30. Just got my A7 IV for 1,000. That's a great price, bro. I'm buying the EF 100 400 in 4 weeks. Already got my nice, dude. What lens do you currently have, Sydney? Let me know what you think of that lens, Sydney, because I'm thinking about purchasing that one as well. I'm thinking about buying the EFL version. I haven't pulled the trigger on it though. No lens since it's my first mirrorless. Oh, well, you can get a nice cheap EF lens. The good thing is that the crop sensor from Sigma's. So what are you going to shoot with it? Wait, so how do you know the autofocus is nicer if you don't have a lens? Oh, so he let you borrow a lens? I would at least get the 16 millimeter, the 16 millimeter f2.8. You can buy that one pretty cheap. I'm into aviation. Yeah, but the camera can take more than just plane photos. The R7 is a pretty nice camera, dude. It can take photos of anything. Even birds. My kitty's behind the computer right now. Yeah, wildlife would be pretty cool. Yeah, wildlife will definitely be pretty cool too. The R7 is a decent camera, dude. Pretty decent. I mean, it's a smaller camera. It is a smaller camera, but it's bigger than any of the other crop sensor cameras that Canon has. I think it feels great in the hand. Yeah, I think it's a nice size. I was just looking at the R7 earlier today. They got it on sale right now. No, it's a smaller camera. It's a compact camera for sure. It's not a compact, it's a more compact camera. Yeah, it's definitely a smaller camera. I'm into aviation as well. A lot of aviation people. I show up on a lot of FYP for aviation guys. I love the R7 is good, but not good in low light. Very noisy indeed. What up, David? Yeah, I don't really recall it being too noisy. I use the R7 with the 70-200 just for the extra punch. Pretty nice. Finally pulled the trigger on that 18-50. Nice. What'd you think, David? Love your background music. What wireless mic do you recommend? Wireless mic? For a camera, the DJI stuff is really great. Also the Hollyland stuff. The Way Up 777. I pinned a gear list on the comments, not the comments, the chat, and that takes you to my storefront on Amazon, and I have everything that I recommend. I have a whole mic section right here, and these are all the mics that I own. Is MPB good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Is not sharper than the yeah, it's definitely not. There's no world where the kit lens is sharper than a L series lens. It's just not true. Quite unfortunate for the loss in zoom, but the image is not. Yeah, dude, it's not. You have to remember, David, I'm sure that you're coming to realize, like, there's no such thing as the perfect lens for every situation. And if it does exist, it's incredibly expensive. So there's always going to be compromises. For example, I use the 18-50 like almost every day. I have it set up right here as this top-down shot right here. And I love this thing. You know, if I'm reviewing a product or something, that's what this is for right here. But I use the 17-40 a lot. You just gotta know what you gotta be intentional with your shots, you know? You gotta know what you're shooting. I'm talking about a 70-300. Yeah, 70-300 is also. Yeah, I think the 70-300 is like famously like considered one of the worst lenses of all time, isn't it? Even the RF version is pretty awful as well. And then close second would be the 100-400 RF, the non-L. $75-300. That's right. Is it the I forget which one's the terrible one, the non-L one. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. 75 to 300. I stand corrected. Antonio, welcome back, buddy. Yeah, anything with an L is great. Anything with an L series behind it is good. I was just doing some research on the Taekwondo school that I'm going to be photographing. They could use a lot of help. They just don't have any content. So anything that I produce for them is going to be a lot better than what they currently have. So I'm glad that I took the time to research it. I'm just going to go in with a flash, 2 cameras, and 2 lights, and that should be more than enough. What up, Gerald? How are you, Gerald? Brother. Oh, also, when I was putting my sensor cap on it, got stuck and I got worried. So what are you gonna do for 4 weeks? Just not use it? Borrow somebody's lenses? I would not be able to do that. I made the purchase, got a 7200 off eBay for 1900. Nice. eBay sketches me out, Gerald. You're a braver man than I am. Yeah, leave it in the box. Yeah, I'm sure you can survive. I couldn't. When I bought my first big boy camera, I bought the cheapest lens I could afford and then just went out every day. I'm a little sketched too, but owner said if I wasn't happy, I could return. Yeah, eBay comes with those iffy things, kind of, right? So, like, as long as you're wary and as long as you're careful. Man, here comes Miss Kitty again. You just showed everybody your ass, Miss Kitty. You're supposed to be a lady. She's a little shitbag, is what she is. She's a little shit. Get off the keyboard, Kitty. Get off the keyboard. She's just curious. Yeah, calico, tortoiseshell. Yeah, you got to do your research. But sometimes even that backfires. And I don't mean to put you off on eBay. It's just I just am like really sketched out by them. But you can find some deal. I feel the same way about Facebook Marketplace, you know? I'm a little sketched too, but the owner said, yeah, good. Even though I bought it secondhand, was grateful it had a battery and charge. Yeah, hell yeah. What do you think about the TT Artisan 56 and the Fuji? I like the XT33. Lens is also decent, bro. Kevin, when you look at those like cheaper Chinese lenses, bro, you get what you pay for, man. You get what you pay for, and that's not to say that they're bad or anything. They're just like, you know, you get what you pay for. Like, for example, like one of the things that really irritates me is like, maybe I shouldn't say irritates me, but like, I'll describe it. Like when somebody says, I bought this lens and it's so soft and it has terrible chromatic aberration. What lens is it? Oh, it's this one. It was $250. I'm like, dude, what the? Like that's what cheap lenses do, man. Optics is hard. Optics is hard, and like there's a reason why expensive lenses are expensive. You know what I mean? How about Mercari? What's Mercari? Mercari sounds familiar. Is it good if I keep my shutter shut while it's powered? I always keep my shutter off. It doesn't really matter. You can keep it on. But I have all my cameras that have a shutter. I have it set to shut while powered off. I should make an R7 video. I got a monitor with the R50V, but I can't seem to have both the screen up. Yeah, you can't have the screen and the you can't have the monitor of the camera on and the screen and record at the same time. So you'll have to, David, what I do is I memorized all my settings and set them to the physical buttons. So whenever I need to change settings, I just change the settings on the back of the screen. I'm sorry, on the back of the buttons instead of the screen. Surae lenses are good. You have one? Yeah, I have several of them, Kevin. It's pretty cool. Sydney Visuals, I gotta tell you, man, like I've never really understood the fascinations with planes. It's just not my cup of tea. I'll take a picture, a photograph of a plane every once in a while, though. I'm not gonna lie, but like aviation, same with bird photography. Like I've never really understood the fascination with it, but I know that it's very, very popular. I'm not knocking on it. I just have never been interested in it, you know? I'll do it though, just so that I can have experience and say I can say that I've done it. But like all the photos of planes that I have are, let's see if I can find any. Oh, here's a helicopter. Does that count as a plane? Let's see. I think I have some. I remember I do have one that I really did like. Oh, here's another helicopter. Oh, that's a video though. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Let's see. I know I have one of a plane somewhere. Fuck. I'm dying over here, guys. Plane. I have so much content, man. Oh, here's the R7 right here. $70 to $200. That's what I did, but it feels like a waste. Hey, it's getting a Nikon 300 worth it? I don't know that lens. Thank you, Antonio. Did I go past it? I might have. It's like a totally blue picture. And it just has a tiny... Oh, no, that's not it. That's just a video. That's a cell phone video. No, I have one that I photographed, and the sky was blue, and there was a tiny plane in the center. No, I want to find it now. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just hanging out. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I also like looking at my photos. This is at the airport. I remember. This was a long time ago, several years ago. Here's another plane photo. Here's a picture of a duck. What's your favorite travel I have a small rig carbon fiber tripod that I really like. It's okay. Oh, here's a picture of a bird. That photo was okay. Here's another helicopter. I think we're getting close. Oh, here it is. This is probably my favorite plane photo that I've ever taken. I do on truck photography. I just stand on a bridge mailing photos of trucks. Yeah, truck. I mean, there you can take photos of anything, man. Amazing. I wouldn't call this amazing. I might print this photo, actually. There's just a lot of blue in it. There's just a lot of blue in it. Oh, here's another picture of a helicopter. Oh, hey, Alba Martinez. 1 second. Bueno.
La premiere es el 2027, pero este año vamos a tener un taller de una semana dirigido por la directora de musical, con artistas y todo. O sea, como es el proceso de desarrollo de teatro, muchas veces envuelve estos workshops. Tenemos uno bien grande este año, de una semana entera, entonces lo vamos a cerrar con broche de oro, haciendo una presentación a la comunidad del trabajo que hemos hecho esa semana, que está bien cool. ¿Verdad que sí?
Sí.
Entonces, eso es junio 20. Y eso es en el Teatro Philadelphia Theater Company a las 7 de la noche. Te mando la invitación. Y eso, las taquillas son gratis y todo, pero que ya está más de 50% lleno. Entonces, eso es una de las cosas que está pasando. Y esa es la premier grande del show en el Teatro de Arts, de Avenue of the Arts. Allí, en la misma Broad Street. A la misma vez, yo he creado, que tú sabes que lo mío es la comunidad, es donde está mi corazón y mi amor. Yo he creado una versión de 50 minutos para llevarla al vecindario, porque yo no voy a permitir que este show solamente lo vean en teatros.
Ajá.
Que la gente tú sabes. Entonces pues yo lo voy a tirar nos vamos para la calle. tenemos 2 conciertos este año
Ujú.
de esa versión, que todavía es un work in progress, ¿tú me entiendes? Porque el show está en desarrollo hasta por siempre, hasta que uno diga que ya se acabó. O sea que esto es como un laboratorio en vivo, pero tengo ya los cantantes, tengo un coro comunitario de
Ujú.
15 personas, o sea que esto está bien loco. Y yo, o sea, esto, quién sabe a dónde esto va a llegar. El problema que yo tengo es que yo no tengo infraestructura de documentación. Yo no tengo infraestructura de documentación. Entonces, pues necesito pensar en eso, en qué es lo mínimo que tengo que documentar para poder crear como un video que documente el proceso.
Ah, ok.
¿Entiendes lo que te quiero decir? Porque mira lo que pasa, nosotros nadie nos cree. Yo te voy a decir a ti, y yo soy una persona que, como tú sabes, yo no me quejo ni ando por ahí víctima, tú sabes, nada de eso, pero la realidad del caso
Ajá.
es que muchas veces a nosotros no nos creen porque ellos asumen, la gente, que nosotros no tenemos la infraestructura, la capacidad,
Yeah.
Entonces, si uno lo documenta, uno se está hablando de uno mismo. Entonces, yo necesito documentar.
Ajá.
Y quería ir contigo para hablar sobre cuál sería qué es lo que tenemos que hacer estratégicamente para entonces crear un pequeño video. Vamos a decirle 5 minutos, porque la otra cosa es, uno se mata documentando y la gente lo que quiere ver son 5 minutos.
Sí.
¿Tú sabes cuando tú sabes?
Yeah.
Yo quiero ser bien inteligente contigo.
Yeah.
Y no es que vamos a tirar un toro porque mira cómo pensaba. Víctor, tú vas por Víctor Hugo.
Víctor Hugo es mi nombre, pero cualquier es preferido. Mi mamá, Víctor Hugo. Sí.
$1,000 para que me dé un video súper completo. Pero entonces tú tienes que aparecer en los sitios. Pero no tienes que estar. Si yo tengo un evento de 2 horas, no significa que tú tienes que estar por 2 horas.
Yeah.
Pero,
Yeah.
yo creo que lo más que yo puedo pagar es $1,000 en este momento. Es el doble de lo que te pagué anteriormente.
Ujú.
Pero es un proceso que no es un día, sino es un proceso que va a tomar varios meses y que al final de este proceso vamos a crear un producto. Pero no es que tú vayas a estar en la calle todos los días. O sea,
Yeah, yo entiendo. Yo entiendo. ¿Cómo se parece su calendario para tener este proyecto entero? O sea, ¿usted tiene fecha, Alba, en el calendario de, ok, en este día va a suceder esto, en este tenemos esto? Ok, ok. Yeah. Ujú. Ujú. Yeah, Alba, la verdad, usted no me debe una explicación. Yo entiendo todo perfectamente bien. $1,000 está de acuerdo. Lo que necesitamos estar de acuerdo es en las fechas y si es posible que yo pueda atender. Eso no hay problema. Lo que yo voy a, re- lo que yo voy a, lo que yo voy a requerir solamente, con gusto me encuentro con usted en persona. Lo que yo voy a requerir para tener esto, para poder mover adelante, es de acuerdo en las fechas, $500 al principio y luego $500 como la 50% y luego 500 al final cuando yo le entregue el proyecto completo. Ajá. Sí, exacto. Exacto. Mhm.
Entonces, como de lo que está pasando, yo tengo todas las fechas,
Yep.
y tú dices,
Yep.
mira, yo ahí o sea, los de activos, entonces lo que queremos hacer es tirar este producto de, quizás tenemos un video de 10 minutos y uno de 5, ¿tú me entiendes?
Mhm.
No es
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, eso sí, eso sí. Ya, no, todo, ya, todo está guardado. Yo mantengo todo por casi un año entero y no hay problema entregar no puedo entregar raw footage, pero puedo entregar no puedo entregar raw footage porque eso es como terabytes de material, pero sí le puedo entregar el mismo footage, pero que ya está procesado, para que esos 4 terabytes, por ejemplo, se haga como en 100 o 500 gigabytes, porque 4 terabytes cuesta como $1,000. You know what I mean? Yeah, 4 terabytes ahorita, y si usted está, es por AI y todo eso. Entonces, le puedo entregar raw footage procesada, no raw footage, porque la verdad es, y si yo le entrego a usted raw footage, a menos de que usted tenga una computadora que sea, de lo máximo, ni lo puede leer. Usted no puede hacer nada con él. Ah, mm. No, 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 eso todo lo tengo, eso yo lo guardo, yo tengo para mí, yo tengo en mi sistema casi 200 terabytes de espacio. So yo tengo archivado todo de los últimos 6 años.
Oh, ok, ok. O sea, el momento que tú vayas a decir, mira, yo voy a salir esto, déjame llamar a ver si ella lo necesita.
Yeah, yeah,
O
yeah,
sea, si
exacto.
original,
Ujú.
autóctono, ya sabes. No,
Yeah,
ya sabes. Y lo otro.
yeah,
Ok,
yeah, yeah.
y vamos a decirlo, mira, esta semana que viene,
Yo estoy en la ciudad um, martes, jueves y miércoles. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Um, Está bien. Yo salgo de mi chamba a las, como por ahí a las 4 o 5 de la tarde, estoy libre. Ya me voy para mi casita a ese tiempo. ¡Wow! ¿Unos tostones? ¡Ah! Oh, perfecto, perfecto, perfecto. Sí, sí, claro que sí. Estamos en contacto entonces, Alba. Usted me dijo el 5. El 5, ¿verdad? Aquí lo tengo ya. El siguiente martes que viene es el 5. Ok, ahí me manda un mensaje, por favor. Chao. And that's how it's done, boys and girls. $1,000. Easy peasy. Are you editing? No. Oscuro el cielo. I like it the way it is. I like it the way it is. The one with the plane? This one? I like it. I like it like this, a little overexposed. She's telling him he wants to do a documentary video for a show she's doing. Yeah, she wants me to. Basically, she wants me to do some coverage. She's in charge of a play. That is called, I forget the actual name of the play, but she's in charge of. She's producing a play, but it's gonna be premiering in 2027. The year 2027. I guess it's 2020, the middle of 2026 right now, right? So it's not that far away. But she wants me to be on location for certain dates, to get some coverage so that she can put together a video documentary, I guess, of the entire process. So that actually is a pretty cool opportunity. I would do something like that for 1,000 for sure. Are you going to downside the video? What file size are you sending for the video? For the video, I'll deliver a edited video. But she did ask me to archive the footage and send it to her, which I told her no. Yeah, so that was $1,000, Antonio, in the books. $500 up front, $500 on the back end. I do have. You guys want to see the video that I did for her? I did a music video for her. I don't know if she ever published it actually. What was it called? La Guagua, I think. La Guagua. I don't know where she posted the. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Is this it? This is crazy. Let's see if we can get it. Hold on one second, guys. So this is the video. She paid me $1,000 for this too. That wasn't it. I think it was this one. Next up, El Barrio. I think she changed it. This isn't it. I don't know what she did with it. Watch the full film. No, that's not it either. Anyways, this was the here it is. This might be it. Yeah, this is it. Hey, look at this. Ritmo Lab. So I did this entire video, edited, filmed it, and she wanted like a docu-style kind of video of all of this like little carnival thing that she did this. This is the costume designer that I've been working with that kind of linked me up. This is kind of what I say to everybody, like, you know, don't be an asshole, because I met this woman like 4 or 5 years ago through a woman that I knew 8 years ago. And that woman 8 years ago referred me to her cousin, which is her right here. And she's a fashion designer. And through her, I've met makeup artists, other fashion designer, other models that I've had the pleasure of working with over. This was last October. It was I think there's like a Puerto Rican Day in Philadelphia, and I think it's in October. I can't remember exactly. I'm handling the scene right here. And again, what she was looking for was like coverage style. She didn't really want anything like delivered this. She just booked me again for some more coverage. And I was just showing the chat what I had worked on with her. I just had a live call. Pink Unicorn, what's up? Yeah, what I was saying just a second ago was like, this is why you try not to be a dick, you know? You try to be like a pleasant person to work with. So I just had a live call with her right now, unplanned. She just called me out of the blue. And she said, hey, I want some more coverage for some upcoming dates, and $1,000, 50% up front, 50% when it's delivered. And I told her that we need to agree on some fixed dates, and then that's pretty much it. And outside of those fixed dates, if she needs more coverage, like if something pops up, that'll be an extra charge. And she said she wants to meet in person to discuss the details this upcoming Tuesday, and then she's going to cook me a classic Puerto Rican dinner. What was this recorded with? I think I was using my R5 back then. Oh, she's a good client. Yeah, man. Yeah, and again, you know, if you guys look at my Instagram page from like this is all of these projects come from one of these. Like this is the same project that I did. Not the same project, but the same person that hired me for this project here. This girl right here is one of these same girls that's in this one. That's the same girl right here. And like it grows. It grows. You know, when people ask me, and I'm sure for most of you guys that have been here for a while, not today, but like throughout like my whole streaming time, is like people come in and ask about, hey, how do I do this and how do I go into paid and how do I like it doesn't I always like to say it doesn't happen overnight, you know? You just gotta be a pleasant person to work with and be nice and and you'll get booked again by them because this kind of stuff it costs a lot of money. Like for some people, like $1,000 is a lot of money. To a lot of people, it is right. So they don't want to go out. If you already worked with them once and you delivered more than half decent results and you were a joy to work with, they're not going to spend time looking for somebody else to give them similar work when they don't like trust them, right? Today, this was last October. This person was really interested in my work and I got his contact information for because he's a musician as well. And he said, can you do my music video? And, you know, being a nice person, yeah, sure. Just stay in touch, stay in contact. And like, that doesn't mean that they're going to call you in a week from now or a month from now. It could be 6 months. It could be a year, 2 years from now. They'll be like, who was that one guy? I finally have the money to do this project, you know, something like that. So, then relationships, exactly, dude. The relationships are important because it's not one person that you're networking with. It's that person might have 4 or 5 other contacts that eventually, like you know, pyramid out into a nice spider web of a network. Whenever I try to do these screen capture live, say I'm reproducing content. LOL, it's my content. Yeah, TikTok will do that to you, man. I'm not sure why TikTok does it, but it'll definitely it'll ping you for stuff. It's not very consistent. Fujifilm X-H1 on first camera. I don't know that camera very well, but I like any camera. Man. It looks like she didn't use the final edit that I gave her. I gave her an edit where she does like a nice little talk at the end. And that one was my favorite edit. But, anyways, that's this project here. And then I got. That's it, man. Another quick little job. So now that I have a couple dollars in my pocket, well, not yet, but you know what I mean. For taking pictures only, should I get a Z52 or the Z5 and C6? They're the same price in my country. I would buy whatever is newest. Never mind. Did you slap recorded audio or did you slap a mic on the collar to the first one? He is the original. He gave me an original audio file, so he's the artist that sang that song. So he sang it, but it was written and produced by the person that I was just on the phone. I got myself a drone. What drone? And what do you think of it, Pink Unicorn? So, you know what's crazy, man, is like I'm just realizing right now that I haven't had like creative freelance work in like 2 to 3 months. And these past 2 days I got 2 gigs. One for $800 and then one for 1,000. It comes in waves. It comes in waves. I'm fortunate that I don't like rely on my freelancing money to like live because I have a full-time gig, you know. Haven't taken it out yet. Pink Unicorn, I had a drone and I flew it once and never again. Only because when I flew it once, I got so scared of it that I didn't want to break it, and it's been sitting in my closet for like 4 years. Neo 2, nice. Yeah, that's pretty sick. DJI is my favorite drone brand. I got the Fly More, just drone and extra batteries. Nice, nice. And for the lens, is the DX18 to 140 good? I mean, those kit lenses are okay. Yeah, there's a lot of rules to flying, and the thing that I got scared about Pink Unicorn was not like breaking the drone itself. That's important too, because I paid like $600 for it. But I was more scared of it causing an accident or hurting somebody. You know what I mean? That's what I was really afraid of. Because you never know, and like me being held liable for like somebody getting hurt in traffic, you know, granted I'll have control of the drone and stuff like that, but there's a lot of, I got scared of it for that. You know, I was like, fuck, dude. If the drone loses connection and it drops and it hits a car and the car like loses control, and I thought like worst case scenario, you know what I mean? I just literally got super paranoid. I was like, fuck, somebody could get hurt. You know, but I have the DJI Mini, the Mini 3, I think is what I have. The Neo 2 is so small, and for what I want to use it, it'll be okay. Yeah, you should be okay, and I don't mean to startle you for it, but just me thinking, like, I live in a pretty populous area. Like, I live in the middle of a city. You know what I mean? The middle of an urban environment. What lens are you currently using for the R50? Oh, this is the R50 up here, and this is the R8 down here, and then on the R50 I'm using the, I think it's the 23 millimeter. I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the 360 drone looks really cool. I would be looking at that drone once it gets a bigger sensor. New York City is crazy with their rules for sure. I'm in Philadelphia and I can't lift up my drone anywhere that I want. Yeah, let me know when you get that footage because I'd love to see the footage from that. The Insta one. Yeah, the Insta 360 one they have a drone. I don't remember what it's called. What's the biggest difference between the R50 and the R8 for streaming? The R8 is a full frame camera, which is really fucking nice. The R50 is a crop sensor. There's a 360 drone. Yeah, it's from Insta 360. They have a different brand for it though. I don't think that it's that it is like small enough to not be regulated though. I forget. Anti-gravity is what it's called. This guy. So it's called the Anti-Gravity A1, and it's, I don't know why this is a different brand, but it's from Insta 360. Standard bundle. Ultimate bundle, $2,000. Comes with everything. It might actually be small enough to use. If I would get another drone, I would get this one for sure. But I think I'm gonna wait for one more generation of it because this is the first generation. DJI has one too. I haven't seen the DJI one yet. Day 5 of learning my 1DX absolutely sucks in low light. No, it doesn't. The 360 cameras can be like, so the way that it works is is like you'll think of like it just gives you 360 field of view. So it's like if you think of a circle, within that circle you can have different aspect ratios. So you can have like the square, and then you can have the horizontal as well. So that's the benefit of the 360 camera, is that you can have all of these aspect ratios, and then you can also have the internal square, right? And then the bigger that so once you're in these aspect ratios, that warpiness goes away. It's like it's a 360 camera, if you guys have ever messed around with the 360 camera. So like if you go for like a big square like this, then it will be then it will definitely be like a little bit more warpy on the edges. Does that make sense? So you can choose the aspect ratio. You can even choose a square one, a tall one, a wide one, or you can have like the super duper warpy one. Yeah. And why I would wait for another iteration of this drone here is because the sensors of this would be really is small right now. So I'd want it to be bigger so that I could get a better field of view and more like, did you see the moon yesterday? No, I didn't. I did it. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to go get some breakfast. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I am out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'll be back later. Adios.